remote thing, it is very influential. All right, I go to people's houses and they have the TV on there, and I get glued. And my kids try to talk to me out. Quiet, kid, it's commercials on. All right, and I know that it can be a weakness for me. I can't have it. I don't have it. And I would like you to think that what is TV really like? It would be like, imagine here if I brought into this room a caged lion with rabies. Okay? I mean, this thing is beyond dangerous, and the cage that it's in looks a little weak. All right, now it's holding it for now, and we've got a remote control in our hand. But you know what? That television pops up things that I can't imagine that God would say, I want you to see that. You're trying to bring in something with deadly poison in your house and try to control it. You don't want me to be, I need to find out what's going on in the world. I need to know what my stocks are doing. You can find things out, but television is a pretty hard thing to control. That's between you and God. But you might want to consider it. How about, what kind of DVDs do you have in your house? Let's go look at all the movies you've got. Some people spend thousands of dollars and have a great library of all these movies in their house. Imagine the next time you go to watch this movie, you're going to put on a movie, say, okay, imagine you're going to invite Jesus Christ to watch it with you. Well, sit right here, Lord. Have some popcorn, and let's sit and watch this. Oh, I didn't know that word was going to be said. Sorry, Lord. I'll beep it out the next time we watch it. So you memorize the movie so well that you know where the words are that you're not supposed to say, and so you beep that one out. I did it. Well, look at me. That word's in your mind. When you watch that movie, that word you beep out or you fast forward or whatever, you know it's there because you've seen it so many times, right? Or the G-rated movie with the rebellious kids in it. Number 1, guard your hearing. Number 2, guard your eyes. Number 3, guard where you go. Guard where you go. Let's read verse 26. Ponder the path of thy feet, and let all thy ways be established. Turn not to the right hand nor to the left. Ponder the path of thy feet, let all thy ways be established. Established ways are going to be God's ways. They're going to be the way, if it's not God's way, it's going to be a movable path. It's a way that you won't know, and you won't know the end of it. But God's ways are established. So stay on God's paths. How do you do that? What's that first word? Ponder. 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 Ponder the path of thy feet. Ponder the path of thy feet. What's that talking about? Think where you're going. Think about where you're going. Think about the place. You know, if you will, where's your life headed? Where are you going to be? Where do you want to be spiritually a year from now? Are you just coming to church like, oh, I hope I absorb the vibes, the good spirit that's there. Hope it just comes to me. I'm just going to sit there. Maybe I'll soak it in. That's not pondering. God says if you want to make a difference, you had better ponder. That's think. That's not just thinking lightly, not one time. Pondering means to mull it over in your mind and dwell on it. But it says, what are you supposed to ponder? You're supposed to ponder where these feet are taking you. What direction your life's going. How much time do you spend about that? We don't. Our emotions are just like, hey, I'm happy. I'm just kind of going along. Just kind of enjoying life as it comes. You don't know the direction you're headed, and all of a sudden, you're going to find yourself in a situation that you're going to really regret. What does God think about where you're going? Listen, when I go to bars, all I drink is Coca-Cola. I don't, when I go with my friends, no, I don't go to bars. Right? But people say, well, when I do this, no, think about where you're going. Ponder it. Don't go to a place like that. Don't let your friends think that it's okay to be in a place like that. Don't let those who see you walk in there think it's okay to go in a place like that. Ponder where your feet are going. Ladies, think about it. Don't go out with a guy till 1 a.m. somewhere. Ponder the path of your feet. Don't put yourself in that situation. Don't go to his house alone. Ponder what you're doing. Those who do not ponder where their feet are taking them will end up suffering. In Psalm 1:1, it says, "Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the ungodly, nor standeth in the way of sinners, nor sitteth in the seat of the scornful." Everybody hold your finger here and turn over to Proverbs 22, verse 3. Proverbs 22, verse 3. Proverbs 22, verse 3 says, "A prudent man foreseeth the evil and hideth himself. But the simple pass on and are punished." A prudent man. This is the one who ponders. I'm looking ahead. This is where I'm going. And, oh, that looks like a bad situation over there. That looks like that person up ahead of me doesn't have good intentions. That's a place I need to avoid over there. That person ponders, they think about it, they look ahead, and they say, that's where I'm going, but as I've pondered it, I think I need to avoid that. And he goes a different direction and hides himself. All right? It says the prudent man foreseeth the evil. You've got to think ahead, you've got to ponder, and then you hide yourself from it. It says the simple, they're just kind of going through life. Hey, I'll just take it as it comes, whatever comes my way. The simple pass on and are punished. What are they punished for? What? I didn't mean to find myself in this situation. I didn't plan it. You didn't plan not to either. You didn't ponder. You didn't think about it. You didn't put God's word into action. One is a thinker. One is not. One ponders his path. One does not. One hides himself. One thinks, I can handle it. I'm tough. I can see that evil up there and it won't affect me. That's not God's way. One sees danger. One does not. The world says, this is the world's philosophy. If you see evil up ahead of you and you say, I'm strong, I can handle it. The world says, no, listen, the way you get stronger is you go right by the evil and just practice not, just have the willpower not to touch it. That's what the world is going to try to do. Why does the world tell us that? Because the world really knows, the devil knows that he can get you close to evil. He's got you where he wants you. It's just a matter of time. You're going to break down. And you'll get involved with the evil. God says, you see that evil? Get away. Hide yourself. Get far from it. That's God's way. That's God's way. God doesn't say stick around. God doesn't say